When I look at Arkham Asylum, I think it is such a perfect start to the Batman series, and especially the fact that that game came out in 2009 and pushed the limits that it did. And what I loved about that game is they took advantage of every asset that they could take advantage of. They got as much out of that game as you can get out of a game in that time period. The story I thought was fantastic. The atmosphere was fantastic. I think the gameplay, I think what people look at right now when it comes to Arkham Asylum is how the gameplay is right now and comparing that to the other Arkham games. When you actually look at that game in a vacuum, and at the time, the combat was fantastic. So to me, I think that Arkham Asylum is getting kind of disrespected as of late. Not like that people are saying it's a bad game or anything. I think a lot of people think it's still a great game, but this game to me ranks very, very high among the Arkham games because I think that it's just a fantastic game, and I think it does things better than Night, Origins, and Shadow, to me, in my personal opinion. So if I were to rank this game out of the 5 Arkham games, bro, this one to me is number 2. And like, I know it's probably trendy to pick Night and put that as number 2 or number 1, but like, I'm going back to the basics with this one. I think that this is such a great game, and putting it at number 2, I think it is absolutely worthy of it.
Okay, no. For Asylum, I agree. I'm gonna just say right now, it is my second favorite. This game really pushed the limits for like comic book games, superhero games, like combat wise. You know, it had combat, the stealth, little like detective mini games that you can figure out everything out. The game is great. I think it's a 10 out of 10 game. It really, like I said, pushed things further for games. It's not really much you could ask more from it. Like, you give you a great story, gave you the characters, great villains. It did everything. Also, for the time, it did everything perfectly fine. Like 10 out of 10, no notes. So there's really not
And
much I can say about a perfect game. So I mean, I have no hate towards Asylum.
and to me, when it came to Asylum, the atmosphere was so different than the other games, but it was
True.
so fitting because that's what Arkham Asylum is. Arkham Asylum is supposed to be really creepy. Arkham
Right.
Asylum is supposed to be a horror, like that's what the comic was. It was damn near a horror comic. It was a horror
Right.
comic, to be honest with you. Right. So, like, yeah, like from a tone wise, it is a bit detached from City and Night and
Mm,
Origins, but I think the reason why is because it fit the story. It was very true to the comic when it came to the tone and what Arkham Asylum is supposed to be.
right.
Asylum is supposed to be the last place on earth that you want to go. And one thing that I love about this game, it really nailed down, and I say this about every great Batman story, it has to be Batman is surrounded by a lot of horror, right? Like it's
Right.
supposed to be that type of vibe, but you're never supposed to be scared for Batman. You're
True.
supposed to
True.
be scared for, it's not Batman is in Arkham Asylum. It's the villains have to deal with Batman being in Arkham Asylum.
Right. Right. Right.
That to me is every great Batman story. Batman is supposed to feel strong. He's supposed to feel powerful, and he's never supposed to feel scared. And you're never supposed to be scared for Batman. You're supposed to be scared for the
The
scary
villains.
figures,
Right.
yeah, that are surrounding Batman. And I think that this game just nailed it, like
I
nailed it
agree.
from that perspective.
I
And the
agree.
horror elements were so great. I thought the scarecrow levels were fantastic. And one thing that I thought it really did a good job of is the game was its game, right? It wasn't a
Mm,
game that was setting up for a sequel, but it set up for a sequel. It did a good
makes
job
sense.
of
Yeah.
setting things up, right? And now that we have all of the Arkham games, I think Arkham Asylum, there's still so many storylines that go through those games, right? Like they talk about it in Arkham City. They talk
Mm,
about, Arkham Asylum in Arkham Origins, even though it took place before Arkham Asylum. There was still set up to Arkham Asylum. There was Arkham Asylum set up in Arkham Shadow. So like all of these games really do a good job of bringing it back to the core of the series, which was Arkham Asylum. And, you know, to me, this isn't like just a game that I look at and say, wow, like, you know, this is such a great game. It's a game that set everything else up for superhero games in general. Like, you don't get Spider-Man without Arkham Asylum. I don't think you're getting Wolverine without Arkham Asylum. I think that they saw Insomniac and Sony really saw the success of Batman and said,
oh yeah, for sure.
We need to get our version of the Arkham games on our platform. And that set the tone. So from that perspective, that's why I put Arkham Asylum at number 2 overall for me.
Same here.